Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Do you remember Andrew Gwynn? We covered him a few months ago. He is the piece of filth MP for Labour. Well, no longer Labour, really. He had the whip removed. He sits as an independent now. He was racist. He was sexist. He was just a nasty piece of work. He was also one of the health ministers, but he was thrown out of that within hours. Because there was a WhatsApp group, and in it he was making some of the most awful comments. He was talking about somebody whose name was too Jewish and saying, "Oh, it sounds like they're Mossad," for example, things like that. He was moaning about, the various non-white members of the Labour Party, for example. He was moaning about women in the party not being up to it, and so forth. And so he was ditched, and away he went. Well, now there's calls that he should not only be thrown out from government and no longer a minister, but should be thrown out of Parliament and no longer an MP. And there's a lot of people saying that what he's done is, beyond the pale, to coin a phrase, and that he should face sanction over and beyond just losing his ministerial job. This is a man who basically is just a horrible bit of work. But he's quit as minister, but he's, kept a low profile. He doesn't like going out in public. He doesn't really do surgeries anymore because every time he does, he gets abuse from his own constituents. And now local residents there are questioning if he deserves to be earning his nearly £100,000 a year salary. They want him to go. Now, more than 100 gathered outside Denton Town Hall and said that he must stand down. Of course, he's got no obligation to do so. But the thing is, if the Labour Party they can appeal to the House of Parliament to try and get a 9 day sanction against him, at which point there could be a petition, and that's the only way forward. There's no other way of removing him as an MP, alas. But the pressure's on, and certainly he won't get voted in 4.5 years or 4 years' time. And it seems likely that the Labour Party themselves will suffer as a result for this, as well as suffering for generally being shit at everything. And so, the pressure's on. Can they shift him? Can they get him out? Can there be another election? The people of Denton desperately hope so. Thanks very much. Bye.